Hello, this is Chris Wilkie with Hosky Consulting, and I'd like to welcome you to part 2 of the social media theory series that we're doing here on YouTube, and you'll probably find us on Facebook and Twitter with the videos being posted there. But what we're going to talk about in this installment of this series is the theory of community on social media and how it relates to business. Like I mentioned in a lot of the videos prior, is that when it comes to social media, there's more than one right way to do things. And what we're trying to do in these videos is to teach you the theory behind what we find is an effective way to use social media for business. This isn't to say that ours is the most correct way out there, or your way is not good at all. It just is our way of thinking about it. And people can use different theories to get different results, and we welcome that discussion and conversation. So you can comment below, or you can tweet at us at @Hosky, HOSSKEY, on Twitter, and we can start that conversation and see what we can do to help each other enrich their theory of how to use social media. So like I said, today is about community. And when it comes to certain types of businesses, especially ones with reoccurring customers, community building is extremely important. In our last installment, we talked about content hubs, and that's really important to build those first-time customers and convert leads into prospects and prospects into customers. It's really the first aspect of the sales process. The community is the reoccurring customers, and then the brand advocate, which is our third installment that we're going to be doing, is really about getting that brand advocate to go out and be the salesperson for you. So the way the community building works is on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, you really start building a brand around the people who use your product or your service or visit you. So for instance, we work with a golf course. We really wanted to build a community around that golf course. And I apologize, I think I got a little bit of a cold, so if I keep coughing, I may not edit that out of the video because I really want you to just see it's me, and it'd be really weird with some cuts in there, so we're just going to go with it. But on the Facebook page for the golf course, what we decided to do was we wanted people to feel as if they were part of the golf course community. So the way we did this is we had different posts that we posted on Facebook and Twitter that coincided with things at the course. So one of our best ideas was the hole of the day. We would pick a hole on the course. There was 18 days that we did this, not in a row, but we split them out to a week. And we would highlight that hole, talk about certain things that everyone at that course knows about, or ask questions like, what's your favorite memory on this hole? We found out some really, really cool things. Somebody got proposed to on hole number 2. And now every time I play that hole, I think about trying to figure out where they were proposed at, or proposed to at. We also found out that some people spent some of their final days with their parents or their dads before they passed away out of the golf course, and they really, really liked that. We found out there's been hole-in-ones hit, and we really built this community. There's this group of stories that we now know, and people feel like they're a part of the course. It's not just that golf course down the road, it's that golf course down the road that I've spent this amount of time in my life at, and I have these memories. It's really about building that, because once you have that community with any product or service, it's all about keeping it. And if you let people fall away, they're going to forget about your brand, they're going to forget about your community. But if you constantly engage them in ways that are meaningful to them, so it's not just like, hey, what's your favorite memory? And ask that 27 times in a row, that's not going to work. But if you have ways that are directly or specifically designed to build that community around you and your product, you'll find that you have a lot of people talking about you. And that word of mouth marketing is something you really can't pay for. You could pay people to talk about your products, but it's really valuable when they do it organically. So the reason we tell you to build this community, and we'll go back to the golf course as an example. People will tell others when they're going to go out to the golf course. That is perfect advertising, and this almost hinges on brand advocate a little bit down the road, but it's more of the community building type of thing. People passively will say, I'm going out to the golf course to play golf with my 4 buddies. So those communities or those networks that those people have are getting told about this product or service that they would not otherwise get in their news feeds, and it's kind of advertising for you. That's the real essence of building the community. It's really to design it where people talk organically about you without an incentive to do so. It's being there to answer questions, make them feel a part of it, and make them want to share you, but not forcing them to do so. So that is the whole theory behind the social media community building. And what you'll find once you get a really nice community built is that the questions, the content, the statuses, everything will kind of build out itself. So the golf course, we started realizing that they really love seeing pictures of the events going on out there. So we started taking pictures of the different golf outings, and that stuff was organically shared, and we were reaching thousands of people with just 150 people on the Facebook page at the time. And it was because people felt like they wanted to share because they were proud of what the golf course was doing. So the next time you post on social media, see if you're in the Content Hub stage or if you're in the community building stage. And once you start building that community, realize there's a stage after that. It's what you're trying to get to. It's the brand advocate stage where people will advertise for you because they love your product so much, and they'll be your next salesperson. And that's where we're going to touch base on the next one. So take a look at your social media outlets, see what kind of stage you're in, and realize that the community building stage is going to be a very important growth period of your social media life. And it's going to take some time. You're not going to build a community overnight. When we work with small businesses, we tell them to expect a 4 to 6 month time for a fully developed community to come to fruition. And that's not to say that you're not going to have another 2 years of that community building stage, but it's going to take some time to get that community built because people aren't just going to stumble across your page overnight. It's going to take some time where people are going to be talking about you. They're going to be suggesting people like the page. You may run contests. You may run promotions. You may do all of this, and you're really building that community during that entire time. So this community building stage is that kind of middle growth ground in the social media world. So take some time, look at your social media, and if you have questions, go ahead and email us at hoskyconsulting@gmail.com, tweet at us at @hosky, or check us out online. You can hit the Contact Us page at Hosky Consulting or Hosky.com. I apologize, we didn't want to buy Hosky Consulting because it was a little long-tailed for us, so we decided to do Hosky, but I just keep saying Hosky Consulting. So we hope you come back for the third installment and the final installment of this series about brand advocates and how to build those and how to use those in the theory sense of things. But we hope you enjoyed this, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Thanks!